like fencing, like this back and forth. And I do have trouble with that sometimes. Okay, so let's see how I screwed up this game. I mean, he obviously made a blunder at the very end. It doesn't say he made a blunder. He just didn't see the checkmate. All right, so all this is a dragon variation. What were you going to play if he played g3 and not allowed mate? So I don't have the eidetic memory. I believe my queen was there and my knight was here, and his queen was here. So, if he played g3, my idea was here, with the knight to check him. I hadn't thought too much through of it, but I was like, well, I'll play here. That way, my knight and my queen are kind of like in line, and I have this as an option if he does this. So these checks, he comes over here or something. And then I get his queen. I think that's what my idea was. Okay, let's see what happens. He checks. I come back. It says this is you block the check. Saw. No? Shotokan? Anybody? So what's the better move here? Is it really with the knight? Yeah, then you win with the queen. Or you win the queen. So I was thinking this doesn't work. Because that's what I was attempting to calculate at the very beginning. So if I come here, and he takes there, and I take, and he takes, then he's got this horrible fork, right? Boom, and I really have to do something. I guess I could come there. Like if I move there, and he takes, don't take with a pawn, I could just move my queen. That doesn't seem great, though. Because he's got this knight backing up, so my queen can't come here. I think this has to happen, right? And that is the best, it says. I didn't do this because I was thinking it was just going to block in my bishop, and it's more passive. I was also fearing, although I didn't see it, some, like, smothered mate on the king. Like, ha 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 ha, or I don't know. I was fearing it. Fearing. All right, we'll keep on going. Hey, it does not like this at all. It wants me to kick the knight. Interesting. So get that knight out of dodge. Say, bishop d7 is fine, but you playing bishop kills b5 was an inaccuracy in your opinion. Let's go back and see what it is. So you did not like the bishop kills d5. Yeah, getting rid of the bishop, I wasn't very happy about it. I kind of thought this bishop was more important. But I guess it's not. It does say that's the best, but again, this is the computer at like whatever depth it is. George, what would you have played instead? Would you have just developed the bishop here? You're losing time and haven't castled. Yeah. It just, my mentality was I was seeing these guys prepped, these guys on the board, right? So it's trying to take out an attacker with a piece that I didn't think was going to do much right here. Instead of bishop kills, I could have pushed here, though that doesn't develop. Come out, I don't think that's a great move. Just go ahead and fianchettoed. I can't move him. Queen could laser beam. You'd have played bishop g7, so you'd have just fianchettoed. Or an a6 to kick the bishop. I see. So you want this so that you can develop the queen or develop your knight. I'm assuming had I come here and he had taken, you'd have come out with the B knight, right? Yeah, this move, that A6 move. I know it's a winner. I know it's a winner. And yeah, playing slower in black is one of the things that I need to do. I was playing the old kid, Billy the Kid. Do you get it? Do you see? I was playing the King's Indian defense for a while, and I still do. Have no real clue how to do it. I know the setup, and I know what Gotham chess says to do. My point is, with the kid, I have been told you got to play it safe. You got to play it, don't get your pieces out too early. But it's like you said, I've got a lot of knowledge, but it's not tied together. And so if I'm not careful, I'll say things like, "Oh, I can't move the E pawn because I've moved the G pawn." So I don't even consider it. And sometimes, if the board tells you to do it, you got to do it. But, I'm confusing myself with theory, like half-cocked theory I don't really even understand. Okay, instead of the fianchetto here, it wants me to kick that knight. Let me go back to the review. Right, so we know what that is. Do this. The opposing knight is kicked by a pawn and must now move. It must move. And I can see the knight doesn't really want to be there. And it doesn't want to be there. And I struggled with this. I allowed these two to be there. I did toy with the idea of this to kick the knight. I wanted the right timing. Obviously, this is the right timing. I was thinking, put more pressure on this pawn. Like, get my knight out. Put more pressure on this pawn, and then kick this knight. But I really didn't have enough time to do that. Always kick if you can. Most of the time, it's most of the time, of course. Yeah. Well, it's good to know. All right. And it's a good principle to kind of have in mind. So like here, he comes here pretty much to pin this pawn, but I've already got this pawn going. And my Sicilian actually worked to take care of that pawn. So this isn't amazing of a move. That probably wasted time for him. Here, would you have kicked? Because it weakens the king's side. I'm gonna castle probably. Pushing the H-pawn there. Where does he go? Maybe back there. Maybe just keeps the pin. If I do this and this, that doesn't seem very great. It just sort of opens up my guys. That said, he doesn't have a light squared bishop. What I'm thinking is, if this, and let's say he did this, and then I did that, and he did this. I think I've played this before, and I don't think it's great. It seems weak. Once the queen gets in here and starts kicking ass. Yeah, because it's the king's side, so you wouldn't have kicked. All right, so iCastle did not like this. It says it's a mistake. We'll see why it's a mistake. Right, so he just puts pressure on my knight and then opens up the king's side. That's why it's a mistake. Maybe like this is coming, doubling up, whatever the fuck. And these two knights become worse and worse and worse and worse. Oh, yeah, never mind. Once this knight's taken care of, he's got some gnarl going on. Or even here, not that he's going to do this. Something like that. I can't take back. Yeah, that's bad. Thing here. Why not take? Because the reason I was actually like, this pawn can take, opens up the queen, but I can do this. Am I missing a fork or something? No. He gets the rook because I haven't kicked the knight. SQC, what's shaking, man? You say you're bored, thank God I'm live. SQC, meet George. George is a chess coach. I'm butchering his name. George, so you know, SQC is quite young and is really good. Very high elo, in my opinion. I want to say, what are you, man? Like 1800? 17, 1800? Really strong player. Buck Mudd is also a really strong player. He just doesn't play on chess.com. Man taught me everything I know about chess a long time ago. Bill is live as fuck, man. What's up, Buck? You were 19 and got a peak today, but you're not strong. Yeah, whatever. You're modest. You're really strong. Yeah, so George is a chess coach. He's been giving me some really good advice. Yeah, George, like, all of the subscribers are way better than me. There's like one dude, maybe two, who are around around my rating, like actually just starting out. But like they're like 12 years old and have played chess for like 3 months, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Bill, how long have you been playing?" And I'm like, 35 years. And they're like, "I've been playing for 3 months." So yeah. You dropped at 2150, and I mean 2150 is pretty strong. George, you and SQC might have a game. You might have a game. I just bring people together. That's what I'm here for. Anyway, speaking of, George, what did you think? Because you were here in the very beginning. What did you think of my little thoughts with Chess with Bill? I know it's philosophical. It's something I'm trying out with this new content. And for everyone else who was not here, I will release that video like tomorrow or something. It has no chess. It's chess like thoughts on chess. Magnus Carlsen. SQC says, I'm young. Better not say anything naughty information. You don't like swearing. Okay, look. SQC, I know you don't like swearing. However, I do. The Dark Villain monologue is actually nice, man. I appreciate that. Good. Okay, so the reason this sucks, and I need to commit this to my flipping memory. Did you like that, SQC? Did you like that? My farking memory. Yeah, if I get to 500 subscribers, this is what I've reduced myself to. This is where I'm stooping. Okay? Because no one gives a fuck if I get to 500 subscribers, then I will do a no cursing stream. Now it'll be hard. I will sweat. I'll be sweating. And I don't know what happens if I do curse. I don't know. Like, I'll gift someone like a gold membership or something. I'll roll a D100. If you know what a D100 is, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, for now, yeah, no cursing stream. We'll get all of your friends to subscribe to my channel. And then I'll do a no cursing stream for a little while. Say, your mom scolded you for saying, what the floppy? Really? What the floppy? Well, floppy is kind of a euphemism. It's kind of a euphemism for a different word. Yeah, what the floppy? I think that's worse than. How about this? What the F? Would she have scolded you that way? Why am I talking about this? Okay. Hello, Buck. I'm shaking, dude. What time is it? Oh, it's early where you are. Yeah. George is your friend, so I never better knew. What the F? You would die? Really? Really? Okay. Bill, you need to create a list of alternate words so you're ready for not cursing. You're serious? Yeah. I will create. I'll just curse in Chinese. How about that? How about Holy Mother? Which is way worse than anything I've said already. Anyway, yeah, if I get to 500, I'll do a whole flipping. I can't say flipping. No, flopping. I'll do a whole shellacking stream. Which is a good band, by the way, Shellac. Okay. I thought I was good here. I'm not good here. I ain't good here. Check this out. Boom. If I take, yeah, that ain't good. It ain't good. Why? Because then he takes. Right? Right? Come on, engine. And then I'm like, well, I'm going to take. And then he's like, a kaboo. Oh, no. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Guess which Bill didn't see that? I'm the one. It was me. What is this? Oh, that's my move. Ha ha! I think. Okay. Good to know. Come on now. Coming back. Good to know. So I need to kick this bishop. I need to kick this knight. That's what this is all about. Hey, hold on. This happens. Oh, right. I'm doing his move. What would he do? Getting this bishop off the deal would be good. I can see him keeping these guys here. He could probably gain space that way. I don't know. Maybe here. Maybe there. It is a target. The bishop's a target there for... no, it's not, because I don't have the light squared bishop anymore. Huh. It's excellent, but it's not great. Well, let's come here. Surely this is not it. Okay, yeah. What is his move? Is it pushing? Push, I take, he takes, and then I can't castle. Nope. Anybody have an idea here? SQC. I'm here. Swearing is swearing no matter if it's Chinese, especially when I'm from Hong Kong. Fuck! Shit! Oh, I forgot. Do you speak Mandarin? Whoops. Here I thought I was safe. How about Samrata was shaken, man. So, Samrata, we have a new person on the chat. George. Chess coach. Super cool. SQC does not want me to curse anymore. I told him, if I get to 500 subscribers, I will not curse for one stream. Maybe I won't curse for a month of streaming. And Buck Mud says that I should have a whole list of words to say instead of cursing. Yeah, you'd be doing side eyes to me. So, Samrata, I attempted to, instead of cursing in the English, curse in a language that nobody knew. Chinese. SQC's from Hong Kong. Whoops. Yeah. Yeah. Whoops. Whoopsie. I have to have another language. Mad. How about that? Uh, what? I can't remember any of my French. Uh, uh, Pousson fesse. Something like this. It just doesn't have the same ring. Donne-le, donne-le-moi. A pied aux fesses. Pied aux fesses? Pied à la fesse. À la fesse. Anyway. Un coup de pied aux fesses. Anyway. What to do? What does he do in this position? I was thinking that. Maybe gain space. Perhaps get his rook involved. What would I have done in his position? I mean, he's hoping I don't do this, probably waiting for it. So I think there is another move. That's no good. This takes, boom. He's got a pawn there, which is annoying. But then he has that, and this guy can't really move, right? This weakens the same thing. I feel like it's a developing move. It's obviously not here. According to the engine anyway, it doesn't like that. Or doesn't like this move. It says this and this are pretty straightforward. What y'all think? Rook E1? Yeah, I was thinking the rook too. See, rook E1 or knight E2. Really? Repositioning the knight away. Let's try this. See what it thinks. Yeah. So it says that's excellent. It doesn't like that as the best. Oh, wait. That's not what I want. I'm just curious what the fucking thing... Sorry. What it thinks. It's really hard not to curse. It's really hard not to curse. Maybe just opening up the bishop. This doesn't seem... It says it's good. I was going to say it doesn't seem a great move. Let's see if it likes this. It does. It says that's the best. Interesting. I was thinking that that just weakened things up. So let's say if I take, or I could kick, I would be... oh, wait, hold on a second. I would want to maybe take this. But that's no good because of that. Oh! So I do need to take that. Man, this square. All right, so I take. So he can take this way, getting the queen involved. Or he can take with the pawn. What y'all think? You say top engine would not recommend that move? Cooking with king or queen e2? Yeah. Well, I'm thinking in terms of, this right here. Bill, what's nonsense? Bill Buncombe does mean nonsense. So it's saying this. Okay, let's go back to the real game. All right, so I know why I should kick the knight. He moves there. I make this move. I see why it's not good because I was wrong about this. if he moves here, I can't take because then the queens are taken, and then he wins the rook. So instead, I've got to move my knight back, and this happens. So I've got some issues right here. Right? And old dude is pretty open. He's got a lot of active pieces, and I do not. So, this is the right move, it says. George probably playing. How did he find that pawn push? I don't know. Oh, he didn't. He didn't find the pawn push. That's just what the computer wanted him to do. He moved here. Yeah, he did not find the pawn push. He was coming down this way. And honestly, I wouldn't have either. I would have taken and then gotten screwed. But it's good to see this pattern. This idea of this little devil plus sign with the knights. Yeah, no, he didn't find it. All right, so I come out here. He moves there. Does not like this. Had a chance to play something better. I knew I didn't need to take because he could take and I'd come here. I was floundering a little bit here. I wasn't quite sure. I was like, well, I could do this, but I want to develop more pieces. I thought about, hold on a second. I thought about opening up the queen this way, kicking the knight, putting the queen over here. I didn't really enjoy doing. So I think maybe this, it isn't what I did. I did this. I eventually do this, which I didn't like because of that. So then takes and then that, you know. But let's go here. I didn't like that at all. That's a mistake. This is an unfortunate error. So it is pretty much that reason. He can just double up and kick ass. All right. Yeah, I won. I know, isn't that weird? So you see, I was thinking e5 too, but it doesn't like e5. Yeah, I didn't see it either. You know, there's too much going on. He's got way too much development. I'm thinking he wants me to do this. It says it's good. So there's a better move here. Maybe just attacking, or perhaps not going all the way and just protecting this square. I wonder if that's it. Oh, no. What am I thinking? This guy. So I put my knight here, and it was like, it's an okay move. I did that to attack this square. Maybe this is just a better move all around. All right, let's find out what it wants. You're depressed. Don't be depressed. I know that always helps. Don't be depressed. You're fine. Ah, fuck. Hold on a second. If I take and he takes back, right? I can attack his queen. If he moves up, I can come here and be guarding my knight. Is this it? Well, son of a bitch. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So if he were to take, then I've got this. So that's a mistake, right? Or an okay move or something. I guess he's regaining material. Oh, it says it's best. Okay, so I come up there. So that's as good. It wants coming here. Because he's not going to give up his queen. Right, what am I thinking? Duh, I don't have to attack the queen. We've just traded bishops. Bam, this is here. I suppose that's lasering the king for whenever this happens. Not entirely sure I understand this move. I don't think I would have found that move. Other than this, but I mean, immediately I don't get it. I do get the idea that once I kick this, I'll have an infiltration point. Not 100% sure I understand that. All right. So you say, yeah, you shouldn't take on... oh man, chat's going. Say, a thing to note, if you play the dragon, or fianchetto is after queen d2. Right. After queen d2, play rook e8, so that the bishop h6 so that on bishop h6 by opponent, you can play big bishop h6, preserving your dragon. Interesting. Let me look at what in the world that means. After queen d2, which is what he did. Rook e8. You like the rook e8. So that on bishop h6, whenever he does this. Oh. Yeah. So you can keep the line. Nice. Hadn't even considered that. Had not even considered that. Not to say that that's the right move at this point, but so if he comes this way, I can do this and not give up the rook. I never liked the bishop there with the queen out. Because, you know, the king's like, oh no. Interesting. But that little setup is good to remember. Okay. Let's see what I actually did. Right. It doesn't like this. It wants me to knight move. Or I'm sorry, kick the knight here. Don't need to worry about that yet. The computer wants me to take the bishop and then get my queen involved out here after he takes back. And I don't know if like I said, I don't know if I understand that. He wants me to take, he takes, and then I do this. I mean, it develops the queen. I get that. Connects the rooks. So his queen is just kind of offsides all the way. And his knights are a little bit too far away. This knight has one place to go, or just to stay. Boom. I guess I'm just getting my pieces involved. There doesn't work, and this is better than going there, right? Because it's gaining more space, or more threatening more squares. I am assuming that's the idea. You never take that bishop as a chess rule. Never take on h6, ever. If someone were to take here, how would you... And this. Is this just like playing like a computer or something? You say queen b6. The knight doesn't move. a6 kicks the knight. Then you take on b2. Right. And then you get the b2 guy, and then these oh, indeed. Right, so let's say he does something like this or whatever. For some reason. That's not a good move, but whatever. Then I kick the knight. He's there, and I've got this. Yeah, it's gnarly. I saw it up to this point, but I didn't see the fork. Okay. So, I moved here. I'm thinking more along these lines, eventually opening up the queen, trying to coordinate these knights and the queen together. That's what I'm thinking. He takes, I take. He moves his rook, and I move here. So there's that E move. I actually didn't like the move too much. I was afraid of that square getting took. That's right, took, not taken. Took. It would have gotten took. Hung upon. Right there. Yeah. But he didn't take it. Did he? No, he didn't take it. Yeah, so he didn't see it. You know, what's weird is I did see this, but I saw it after. Like, I calculated, okay, if I do this, he could do that. Then I would do this. Then he would do this. And this pawn's blocking that, so he can't take it. That's what I saw. So much simpler to be like, merp. So, George, do you see why my elo does in fact match with my chess knowledge? When George jumped on, he was like, dude, your elo and it doesn't match with how you're talking. I was like, you're going to find out why. You're going to see it. Interesting. So it actually wants me to do this again. Okay. So that is still on the board. So this seems like a pretty passive square for the knight. Seems like he'd go there maybe, and then maybe I can push. That way this guy can isn't hanging. Yeah, you guys need to play for sure. Oh, hold on a second. Come on. Lord. The cat. The cat was unhappy being outside. All right. So he either moves there or here. This seems like he's just going to get attacked. So I guess he moves here. Oh, shit. Well, I mean, darn it. Huh. So I'm defending these two squares. That's nice. That's nice. This could be interesting. Right? Because it kind of pins the queen. Or maybe even here because this is open. I don't know. I'm still seeing this malarkey. And his knight really doesn't have any good squares. Say, chesswithbill, a6 in Sicilians is usually followed by b5. So just queen side expansion. One of those moves that go together. Right. So after this, you say this. But what about the square here? Right? Oh, says it's best. I would be concerned with this. I guess it's just a queen move, develops the queen off the square, and kind of gets her involved. Or even something like so, because I'd want to guard this pawn. This pawn, as Dina says. Dina. Everybody loves Dina. that seems like a move, but I guess, like I said, here and here. It says B4, so it's just gaining space. I guess I kind of see it like this, and then I'm here, and then I don't know if he comes back here, then this, and he just kind of gets pushed around the board. It's a little higher level than me. I do understand the idea of gaining more space, but in the immediate, it seems scary to me. Say queen c7 is an ideal square because it guards here and this. Queen b6. Right, so you're getting the other diagonal as well as this. And I've already lost the dragon. The dragon's head was cut off. So if it's something like that, here maybe. I was actually thinking there. It says that's excellent. It wants queen d7. Okay, so it does actually want queen d7 instead. Maybe because I'm controlling more. And he's got that square, but it doesn't really do him much. Huh. Interesting. a6, b5. I will keep that in mind. Alright, so we play this. I drop the pawn, but he doesn't see it. I come back, still having dropped the pawn. He's going for this attack over here, which I did see. That's what I mean. He just kind of pushes back and then check, boom. He doesn't have a mate that I see anyway. This check. My king's kind of blocked off, and this knight is taking care of things, but he can like push down this way. Say also queen c7 controls the e5 square. Right. Let me actually pop back to that really fast. It wanted me to do this. Comes there, I push here. Queen c7. Right. So if he were to come there, this controls, you say, the e5 square. Kind of a throughput. That, and it guards. So the queen's just pretty active there. I think he likes this because of this attack. And it attacks this guy. Alright. We will get through this game. So it doesn't like that's a mistake. I'm assuming what he should do here is take it with the queen. No. I mean, he doesn't really have many squares to go. That's not a good square, I didn't think. This doesn't work. He's got to move back. Maybe there. Maybe here. What is a good move here? Maybe it's not a move with the old rook. So if he were to sack the queen, I could still check. He's got to move like that or something, and then I get his queen. And then this happens. So that doesn't really work. I think it's a rook move. I don't know. Maybe he's got this too. Yeah. Is there a place for him not to be attacked? Let's say that. Ooh. Huh. Okay. So it's just a safer square. All right. So, hey, you found the right idea by sacrificing your knight. This is the way to win material. Let's show the moves. So moving back at this point. All right. So I moved. Hold on a second. Hey, a brilliant move. Woot. All right. This. Taking here. Mistake. And now your opponent can't stop you from winning a queen if you make the right moves. Right, so if he moves there, I've got this check, and then I can, after he does this or whatever, I can take, and he's in quite a bit of trouble. Although, I could lose this game. Have no fear, baby. I could lose this game. Says it's checkmate in 10 moves. Pfft, I could lose. All right, boom, 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 and he just didn't see the mate.